Should be popping up any minute. Oh, I see it loading. Come on, load up.
Is it the 14 minutes ago one?
Here we go.
Oh, there we go.
So it's a little behind, it looks like.
Yeah, there's always a delay.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, look, there we go. We got the live chat. How's it going, you guys?
Like, let me just move my chat over here.
Yep, me too, so that we can answer all of the questions. Hello, Alex and Emily. How are you guys? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, everyone, to our eJuices.com first live show. Today, we have Beauty and the Vape with us, who is somebody that I think is an amazing YouTuber. On top of that, she's an advocate for vaping, and honestly, we've gotten to know each other pretty well over the past few days, and we're both really excited to do this segment on women in vaping. So,
yeah, and me and Tina have been talking the past couple days, and we have just kind of really connected, and we get along great. And eJuices.com, I had heard of before.
yeah.
So I had heard it before. I've browsed the site. Anything you can imagine, if you're looking for cotton batteries, mods, juice, like anything is on there. So it's basically your one-stop shopping. But Tina, like that's really kind of all I know about the site. I haven't had the chance to shop on the site.
Yeah.
So maybe tell, me a little bit, because I'm a question person, so I want to know.
Yeah, absolutely. So eJuices.com, we grew from, I think we originally were selling like 800 brands or something, and now we're up to over 1,800 brands. So we pretty much carry every brand you can possibly imagine. We like to think of ourselves as a friend of the community. So we're friends with everyone. We'll sell everyone's juice, But recently we started expanding and becoming kind of an authority on vaping in the sense that we have everything. So we have hardware, we have coils, we have juice. We recently started a VIP program. So we really took it from just being eJuices to being a whole holistic vape website where you can get pretty much anything that you need. And that's where we've come. It's been a really quick transition from that kind of small size to this company that just keeps growing. And honestly, our customers are just amazing because they keep coming back. So I attribute our growth to our amazing customers, honestly. So that's eJuices.com. We're really, really trying to branch out. We're trying to make sure that when people buy from us, they're getting everything that they need in one location. And we're trying to give them the best customer service, care, and shipping as possible. We do free shipping to all U.S. states pretty much.
I was going to say that. I noticed that. And you know what's crazy about that is, like, I don't know how many times I've gone to a website, an online website, and, like, put all my stuff in the cart, and they're like, oh, we're giving you a great deal, yada, yada, yada. And then you get to the shipping part, and you're like, wah, wah. You're like, oh no. So like free shipping is just amazing.
Yeah, and it's something that we think that, people, when you get to the end of the cart, it's always an unpleasant surprise when you have a huge shipping fee. So we just want to make sure that people get their stuff and they get it quick and they get it cheap and they get it at a reasonable price and they get the top brands, premium e-juice. So
right.
A little bit about us, and we're still growing, and we're still looking into more projects that we can do, and this live show is definitely the YouTube channel that we created. We rolled out at the end of April, so a lot of this stuff is still relatively new, but if we can get more vapors involved and we can help in advocacy in any way and we can just get people what they need, that's our goal, just to help people choose better alternatives, whatever they need to do, whatever they're vaping for, whatever their reasons are. So
right. And it's funny because Emily just posted free shipping, best thing in the world.
Yeah.
It really is. It really is. It's like, what else was I going to say? So so you have a VIP program.
Yep. And you have to spend a certain amount to get into this program, but it's mostly for like a lot of our top customers. we want to let them know, like, hey, thank you. You spent so much money with us. Here's these incentives so they get, you know, all these benefits and stuff. And when 2018 comes along, we're going to be rolling new stuff out for that so that there's more options if people want to join possibly. So we'll be gearing our focus. But it's things like that we're doing to try to take steps to just really show our customers how much we care, because we wouldn't have a job without them. So
that they're appreciated, and it's not like, oh, we're gonna buy one time. So you know, this way it's sort of a customer-based family. It's like, no, we're gonna shop here exclusively.
Yes.
You have everything. You have free shipping. If I spend enough money, you know, if I'm constantly shopping here, then, you know, VIP and all that kind of stuff. So that's awesome.
And we try to make them feel like they're a part of our family. Even here at eJuices.com, it's like one big family. We have a company dog. His name is Tank. You might have seen him on our website a few times, but so yeah, we don't really like to view them so much as customers, as one big part of our eJuices family. And thank you guys. I see a VIP on there talking about you've been on our page and stuff. So we're just so happy that you guys are here for us, and we want to say thank you. And one of our missions is also to help with advocacy, and I kind of learned a little bit about you when I first heard about you. I had watched your YouTube channel, but I also heard about Very Vocal Vapors, and I know that you are an advocate for that, and I personally would love to hear more about that, and I'm sure everyone in the chat would love to hear a little bit more about that too. So
sure, I I have a YouTube channel, Beauty and the Vape, and review channel, and I mostly review juices. I'm going to be starting reviewing hardware. And about a year ago, you know, we're fighting this huge battle and everything like that. And I was doing the reviews, which I love to do, but I'm one of those people that just says, well, I want to do more. You know, I think it's a humanitarian in me. I said, I want to do more. What can I do? And, you know, I really thought I had posted my vape story up on my channel, and it got such a crazy, like, people were, you know, messaging me on Facebook and on YouTube and everything, and saying, you know, I did it in my pajamas, no makeup, like, you know, just really, this was just my story, you know, as Christine, not as Beauty and the Vape. And I got such an amazing response, and everyone was thanking me, and I said, wait a minute, but your story is important, and yours, and yours, and yours, like, everybody in this community. So then I came, you know, around the idea of not only collect these vape stories, which, as we know, anything in numbers holds much more weight, but then I can advocate and send them to these people's representatives. So, you know, I take vape stories through Zoom Room like this here. They can look at veryvocalvapors.org. That's the website. And also I do it at expos. So, you know, it's been great. It's been really, really great. I love it. And that's kind of become my mission. I mean, our mission is to join the community and in turn also advocate for the community. Because we have a lot of fight with, you know, the states coming around. And a lot of people don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. And your average vapor doesn't know, they might not even know who the representatives are, you know? And, you know, and it's just one little thing I can do. And it's kind of just become this great thing that I have found just really unites the community. And if anything can unite the community and get people excited about advocacy, then, you know, I love it. I just absolutely love it.
And that seems to be a theme that I find a lot. Community. You keep using the word community, and it really is. I feel like vapors, they're their own kind of little niche. They're this really, really supportive community. Like, it's almost its own little world. And I think that that's great. I think that's why people are so passionate about being an advocate and stuff. So I think that what you're doing is fantastic. Guys, check out Very Vocal Vapors. If you're watching, it's awesome. Christine put it all together herself. She's a major advocate for this stuff. So, but yeah, community. That's something that I definitely get a sense of with vapors. So you mentioned that people were talking about their stories and stuff. I would actually love to hear your story, because we've been talking for days, but I have actually no idea how you got into vaping. So I would love to hear that and I can tell you my story.
Absolutely. I mean, the short story is that, and again, there's never any judgments with very vocal vapors. So if you come, to an expo and you're dual using, or you come to an expo and you're still smoking but just thinking of vaping, or whatever the deal is, or you just vape on, a vape pen, or, a little e-cig, there's no judgments whatsoever. The goal is we're all here for one reason, and that's to choose the healthier alternative. So, my story basically was I was a chain smoker, about 2 packs a day. And, and again, no story is a dumb story.
Yeah.
So I turned around and I was, sitting on my couch, chain smoking in front of the computer all day, all night. And my son lived up in a loft. And he came home from school one day and said to me, Mom, you got to stop smoking in the house. You got to stop. You just got to stop smoking. Like,
in general.
Yeah, they say I stink and all this other stuff. And of course, as smokers and, all that, nasty stuff that's in cigarettes, we're like, yeah, okay, go away, kid. Come,
yeah. Just whatever, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just, you want to go outside. But I just smoke, and of course it blows in the window, and whatever.
Yeah.
The deal was. And so, I had lost my great aunt to COPD, and I actually watched her, take her last breath, and she was scared, and she was terrified, and she was basically drowning, and it was horrific. I mean, you see something like that, and you would think, oh, look, quit smoking. But unfortunately,
it's an addiction. It's an addiction.
Well, yeah, and everything that they put in the cigarettes, it just makes it so addictive that, it doesn't phase you. And so when he came home and he told me that, he told me that, at first I was like, again, okay, sure, okay. Then about 2 weeks later, he came back and he literally, I think he was in middle school, he literally had tears in his eyes. This was in 2011. And he said, no, Mom, really. And I went to the gas station, picked up one of those gas station e-cigs.
The blues.
Yeah, well, that's not the blues. But,
yeah, blue-esque, yeah.
Blue-esque type things. And, and that was it for me. I mean, I never picked up another cigarette. It worked for me. And again, like I like to tell people too, like, it's not a magic wand. Not your first device is going to work for you or anything like that. And that's, another thing that I like to do is, help people. If anybody ever has a question, you can find me on Facebook. You can find me on my YouTube channel, either one of them. I have two Facebook pages, Beauty and the Vape and Very Vocal Vapors. And I'd be more than happy to answer those questions. I think part of, being an advocate and being part of this community is helping, other people.
No, definitely.
So that's basically my, my short story. We won't get into all the nasty stuff we've done as smokers.
Yeah.
I'm not the only one because I've heard that, but I would be honored to hear your story.
Absolutely. Before I tell you my story, I noticed that you have kitty ears on, and I actually randomly have some kitty ears myself, so I'm going to put them on so that we can be matchies. Yeah, I'm going to put them on so that we can match. They're in here. I swear they're in here. They are. So funny. I didn't bring these on purpose. They're just in my bag, but let's be matchies.
Oh my God, there we go.
So, my story is a little different. I picked up nasty smoking habits in college, just kind of casually doing it when I was at parties and stuff, and then I started getting stressed out and I started to enjoy the cigarettes. Now, both of my parents were smokers for 30 years. I mean, really, they had ashtrays in the house, same as you, 1.5 to 2 packs a day. And my brother, actually, he's 12 years older than me. When he graduated college, he made, instead of getting any gifts, he told my parents, I want you to quit smoking. My mom managed to do that. My dad... Well, no, they tried everything. They went to hypnotists, everything you could possibly imagine, the chewing gum, the patches, and they could not get off of it. And finally, my mom managed to just quit cold turkey, and God love her, because it's been, I think, God, 14 years, and she hasn't picked up a cigarette, and she never tried vaping or anything. But my father is actually the one that got me into vaping, because he quit and then fell off and on the wagon, and you know how it goes, where you quit but you don't really quit. And then it was to the point where, you know, everybody was hiding the smell and stuff. And at that point, I had started smoking as well. So we were both hiding the smell from my mother spraying, you know. And it was when he picked up vaping that it actually encouraged me to do something about it, because I was like, I'm young, whatever, who cares? It'll be fine. I'm not addicted. But then suddenly I was smoking cigarettes in the morning before my finals, and I was at the cigarette spots on campus. And my dad was on the blues at the time. He had gone to a gas station to try it out, pick it up, and he, you know, the kind of primitive e-cigs, and it worked for him really, really well. And when I saw him doing that, I was like, if my parents, who were smokers for like 30, 35 years, can quit smoking, I should probably do something about this. And that's how I got into vaping. So I actually kind of was vaping a little bit when it was more like the primitive e-cigs. Stopped for a little bit, and then when I felt a hankering again, got into more advanced mods and all of that stuff. So that's kind of my story, but luckily it didn't do too much damage. I wasn't a smoker for too long, but I get cravings for cigarettes, or even like food. Like when I have a snack or something, instead of like eating a Snickers bar, I'll take a puff off my like candy vape or something.
Yes.
And it's helped me. I'm just an edgy person. I get very like anxious and edgy. And I think more than anything, it's given me an outlet for that. I can just pick up my vape and chill out for 10 seconds instead of reaching for something else that's a lot more harmful, you know?
Absolutely.
So that's kind of my story.
I'm the same way. This is always on my diet.
Yes.
So
Yep. And you know what? I even lost a few pounds when I first started vaping, just because instead of like late night snacks, you know, I was just vaping and I didn't feel like eating after that. So but that's kind of my story. So I actually was influenced by my parents in a way, you know, and I watched them smoke for years. They chain smoked in the car. They were real chain smokers. You know, you're from New York. You know, everybody's walking around.
Yeah, well, I'm from Connecticut.
Well, back east. That's what the back east, yeah, the tri-state area sort of thing.
It's the normal, and you know what? And I think when you are raised with smokers, it's almost normal.
Yeah, it is. It's normalized.
If you non-smokers, you probably not saying you wouldn't smoke, but you'd have a little less likelihood of doing it.
Yeah, it's a lot harder for your parents to wag your fingers in your face and tell you not to smoke while they're puffing off a cigarette. So, but my mom showed incredible resilience, and for that, she was a huge inspiration for me. But the thing that really took me over the edge was my dad. So that was my story. I was like, if these people who have been smoking for 30 years can do it, and he used this outlet, you know, this vape, if you will, to do it, then let me look into that and try that before I end up doing this for 30 years. So it really saved me from further doing any damage than I had already done. So that's my story.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my parents right now.
Yeah.
My dad had his first heart attack at the age of 38. I was in high school. I remember it too. And you know, and has had subsequent since then. And, you know, and my mom just recently had a stroke, and, you know, they're in their 70s now, and they're just, you know, I don't know. They're going to do what they're going to do. You really have to be ready.
Yeah.
And, you know, what's great too about, you know, the Very Vocal Vapors mission is that it's so funny, because people sit down in the chair either through Zoom or through, you know, especially I get this reaction at expos. It's they sit down and they're like, okay, I'm going to tell my story and I'm going to get a free T-shirt, because we give, you know, free T-shirts to people who sit down and take the time, because as a thank you, because without you guys, this community, everybody in chat, I wouldn't be able to do this. Like this, there would be no need for me, you know.
Yeah.
You guys are what, you know, drives me. And, you know, it's so funny because once they tell their story, they get up and they're like, oh my God, that was so fun. What else can I do?
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm like, you know, well, here, sign up for CASA. Here, you know, like just different stuff that, you know, that they can do. And they just get so excited and involved. And I think, you know, anyone who's been to an expo knows that usually the advocacy panel is where, you know, it's dead.
Yeah.
You know, because people don't want people just talking at them and giving them all these numbers and everything like that.
They want to be a part of it. They want to be a part of it.
Right. And so that's why I think Very Vocal Vapors, I don't call myself an advocacy,
Yeah.
Group or business or anything like that. And so that's where, I really make it more about the community, and they do feel more involved and there is more interest, which then cycles into, okay, I want to do more.
Definitely. So. And speaking of community and getting involved, I want to give a shout out to the people on the live chat right now, as well as all the viewers out there. If you guys have just tuned in or you've been watching for the past 20 minutes, hello. I have to announce that we are doing a giveaway for all of our lovely viewers. So for you guys, if you go below this screen, you'll see a link in the description. It will take you to our giveaway. You will get a $70 gift card to eJuices.com. And you'll see the secret code that you need to, underneath the description, like underneath that link, there's the secret code that you need to type to enter. And at the end of this show, we're going to be announcing who's going to win that $70 gift card. And that's a lot of eJuice, you guys, $70. So we just wanted to say thank you guys for watching and stuff. It was actually Christine's idea to do this giveaway. So thanks for watching, you guys. But be sure to check that out and enter.
It's going to be right during the live show. Tina will draw it after or right at the end of the live show.
Yep.
And if you guys don't win this time, don't worry about it. Come back next week because this is going to be an ongoing thing. So.
Yep, we're going to be doing this next week, same time. So tune in, you guys. Again, if you don't win, you got another chance. But let's get in to the meat of this, which is women in vaping, because vaping initially seemed like a very male-dominated sphere to me. And I'm sure that for a lot of you female vapors out there, you've experienced certain things as a female vapor, or even when you were getting into the community. It's just interesting to see both sides. And, we don't want to alienate any of the guys who are out there, male audience. We love you. We love you, love you, love you. But of course, there's always experiences and kind of like how you get into it, and even like female smokers in general and stuff. It's pretty interesting. So let's get into the meat of it. I would love to hear some of the experiences you've had when you first kind of got into the vaping game as a female. And let's compare notes, because this should be interesting.
Oh, for sure. I sent you a message, Tina, in the Zoom chat. If you go to chat really quick, I can definitely get started with that. So, as part of my vaping journey, I walked into my first vape shop. And of course, you walk into your first vape shop and you say, I want a device. And they turn around and they point you to the little starters. And I had been vaping for a while and everything like that. They point you to the little pink mods, or the little, pen style, whatever, and, I was like, no. And actually the first time I went into a vape shop, I wanted to start, dripping.
Definitely.
And I was making, different, some just your, your basic round wire coils and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so, I kind of sat there and I scratched my head and I was like, oh man, what's up with this?
Yeah.
Because it's so so male dominated that, I think that, and again, if anything we say here, guys, we're not meaning to isolate any of the men in the chat or anything like that. And, so if you don't agree with us on something, please bring it up in chat, because we would love to hear your opinions on it. And then when I really started doing the review game, I know a lot of people are like, oh, you're just getting all those subscribers because you're female.
Yeah.
You're just getting,
Oh, because people want to look at you because you're a girl. I know.
You're a girl and all this other stuff. And it just became quite apparent that, and I said, you know what? Like, I can do this. What's your motive, buddy?
Yeah, exactly.
There's your shout out.
Yeah.
I said, I can do this just as well as any guy. And so, but for people to diminish what we do in this, community, in this industry, whether you make juice, or you are a reviewer, or you do advocacy, it's like, oh, and then if you're good looking on top of it, I'm not saying I'm good looking. I'm not putting myself in that category, but I'm saying, I've seen people out there that are just women that are extremely good looking, and it's like, they do not take you seriously.
Yeah.
It's almost like, oh, she's a ditz. She's just a dumb girl.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And, it's really, really sad. And I really think that, there's definitely not equality, And of course, this does not apply to everybody.
Yeah.
But it's something that I am very super passionate about because it drives me absolutely crazy. I mean, I actually build for my fiance.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to build, and nor does he care to know how to.
Ooh.
Can you build and wick this for me? So, I have a brain just like any other male out there. And so to be treated any differently is, something that really, really upsets me.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's done in a very disrespectful way, which I just feel I wouldn't disrespect anybody in this community, male or female, for any reason. So to have somebody approach you in a very, I hate to use the word, but sexist way,
yeah,
or I've had people know I'm engaged and, they're still sending me messages and everything like that. And I'm like, come on, guys, like, have some respect.
Christine, I'm going to go ahead and message you because we're having some technical difficulties on our end as far as, the picture. So, hey, everybody in the live chat, listen, we're going to take 2 seconds to fix this video issue and we'll be right back. Give me just